A tribute in San Pedro to the lives lost in the attack on Pearl Harbor. Today marks 83 years since the attack, and World War II vets and others gathered at the USS Iowa Museum in San Pedro to remember the fallen. A tribute to the fallen, to the greatest generation who served and made the ultimate sacrifice to save the world in World War II. Saturday in San Pedro, on the Battleship Iowa Museum, World War II veterans, their family, and friends came together to remember the 2,400 U.S. soldiers killed during Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor 83 years ago.
The world changed completely at that point.
Today is a special day to anybody who's served in the military.
Lloyd Glick is a World War II Navy veteran and a musician who had close ties to many of the heroes who were killed, including Navy band members with whom he studied. Those band members died when the bombs started dropping.
On the morning of the attack, that band was on the fantail, right where we are about now, getting ready to play the national anthem for Morning Colors, and because it was just before 8 o'clock. And when the bombs hit and the ship blew up, all of the 20 of those musicians were killed.
Japan's attack would change the course of history. America was not at war and did not want to be.
Japan has done what Roosevelt could not do: unify a deeply divided nation.
All of that changed in an instant. In the aftermath of the horrific bloodshed at Pearl Harbor, the greatest generation would ultimately lead the world to victory under the leadership of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. His grandson, H. Delano Roosevelt, was the keynote speaker at Saturday's tribute.
We have these events. It's really more for reminding folks of the fact that communication is the key to everything. You don't assimilate by shutting people out, and trying to keep bridges of friendship strong, and the foundation that holds those bridges is imperative to us trying to keep our humanity on this planet.
A generation whose sacrifices protected our freedoms. There are fewer of these heroes with us as the days and years pass. On this day, they ask us to never forget Pearl Harbor.
To have been in World War II now, today, you would have to be at least 90 years old, if not older. And there are not a lot of 90-year-old people hanging around. I hope that they will pass along to the younger generation their stories about World War II, because God forbid we ever have another Pearl Harbor.
Only 2 servicemen who survived the attack were able to attend the tribute in Hawaii that was overlooking the harbor.